LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, guys, take an early morning stroll with the coach. Okay, listen. I've been reading a couple of comments, and some people, I don't know. I made my motivational videos to Jermaine Durandame, made a motivational video to Angela here recently, and you got a couple of people in the comment section that I've kind of identified you, and I kind of know that without a shadow of a doubt, you got a few things going on. You see, it's kind of by the way you comment, because some of you guys leave some really nasty comments, and some of y'all don't even leave them to me. Some of y'all leave it to people that just have an opinion. Y'all leave bad comments. And a couple of y'all said, why are you making a motivational video to Jermaine? Why are you making a motivational video to Angela? Why? It's a couple of y'all that say it. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, fighters need motivational videos. They need them more than anybody. I mean, I've had a person point blank, I've had, 5 people say, they fighters, they don't need to hit us crap. I mean, I've had people tell me that, message me. They fighters, they don't need to hit us crap. But that's where the ignorance of people begin to show, because not only do fighters get depressed. They get depressed more so than anything because these people, they're taking hits and kicks and punches and knees to the head. And you know what? Sometimes their thinking processes are not stable. And that's just the nature of the game. It is. And sometimes they do become depressed. I'm talking about winners and losers. They become depressed because it just seems like, they fight. And sometimes they want to not fight. They love fighting, but sometimes they just don't want to be a fighter. And people think that lifestyle is glamour. Oh, I'm talking to this person. But being them is tough. I mean, I've had the privilege now of talking to 6 fighters. Talking to 6, like really talking to them heart to heart. And I'm talking about we having long conversations. Long. To understand what they go through and how they feel. See, first off, for somebody to tell me what somebody needs, that's stupid in itself. Because I'm going to tell you something really and honestly. Some of the people, you guys that saying this dumb stuff, really what you saying is that you really needed to hear the message too. You really needed to. But see, you don't know how to express yourself. See, you can't do it without maybe an insult or just, hating on somebody else's comments. See, you can't do it. Many of you need it. See, many of you need that same motivational speech that came for that fighter. And it did apply to you. You may not be a fighter, but it applied to you. It applied to you, and you probably listened to the damn video 3-4 times. Because you know it applied to you. But see, you'll come on a video and you'll say something negative, you'll say something crazy. Because you know deep down in your spirit, things ain't right with you. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but I might be talking to you. You know your finances might be jacked up. You know that your home life ain't good. Your kids don't love you. Your wife don't respect you. Your husband don't respect you. Your mama, your daddy don't respect you. Okay? You might have a loved one that's dying. You might be sick in your body. One guy told me, you a pastor, a preacher, I don't know, said he was a preacher on a mobile phone. I'm not a preacher. I just believe that encouraging people is a good thing. I believe that encouraging people sometimes is a good thing. And yes, certain people need to be encouraged. And I'm going to tell you something. See, a lot of y'all think these fighters, they don't listen. My goal, when I started making these videos about, just making videos, but definitely the motivational ones, my goal was to get 200 people listen to them. That's it. That was my goal, to get 200 views. And I felt like if I can do that for every video, and I had this plan, let me make 1,000 videos, 200 views a person. You know what? That means, 200, times 1,000. Hey, that's maybe, a good, 20,000. And I say 20,000 because some of the same people listen to it. That'll be that's 200,000 or more views. But, I still say 20,000 because some of the same people listen to it. So I said, okay, if I can get 20,000 new people to listen to my videos and being motivated, I've done my job. That was my goal. Okay? That was my goal. But, you have... you just got certain people. You got certain people that stuff going wrong in your house. Stuff going wrong. Things ain't right. Things ain't right in your body. That you're hurt. And so you come to the video and you lash out at people with different opinions. And I'll tell you this. I did a video to Chris Cyborg, a motivational one. I did one to Chris Cyborg. You know, Chris Cyborg messaged me. It was short. She said, Coach, thank you. This woman was going through a lot of duress because, you know, she's about to get suspended. Her income is going to stop. She's not going to be able to fight. How you think she's going to pay her bills? You know, people calling her names online. I mean, her own company that she worked for, they calling her names online. I mean, it's crazy. This woman has been through a lot of mental duress. A lot of it. I mean, she went to the hospital because, you know, they couldn't get the blood out of her because she was dehydrated. Trying to make weight for a boss who, you know, they online making negative comments about her, saying mean things. But y'all don't understand it. Y'all think, oh, they tough fighters, they can take it. Sometimes they need to be encouraged. It's been several fighters that they done thought about taking their own life. Some of you don't thought about that. But see, in the fight world, a fighter having depression thoughts and thinking about killing themselves is very common. Because they're hitting the head so much, their brain is moving around in their head. And it's like they got some of them got minor brain damage. They do. Like, I don't even know if y'all remember the girl Allie. And I'm trying to remember her name. Allie, whatever. You know, she had CAT scans and she got too much brain damage. She had to retire. And you know the depression that come with that, to do something you love and you can't do. And some fighters, they just want to take a break from fighting and they can't. I mean, see, who are you to tell somebody that what they need or don't need? That's the thing. You got so many people who leave comments that you think you're right about everything. You think you know everything. And you don't want to, you know, have respect to opinion. Y'all don't want to do it. But I tell you, some of y'all right now listen to this video. You need a motivational speaker. You need somebody to encourage you. Because you know why? Your life sucks right now. And so you come from behind the keyboard, or you're in the keyboard, you're talking, or you're texting on the phone. But you know deep down in your heart, you know your life ain't right. You know it ain't right. You know deep down right now that you feel in this video and you know that just things ain't right. See, don't try to talk about what these fighters need, man. If anybody needs somebody else outside of their camp to encourage them, it's these fighters. I know for a fact that this is what they need. I've had over 5 fighters, okay, that I've talked to. I'm talking about one-on-one for over an hour and a half. And they just get into, you know, we're trying to prepare for the interview. And I always do what I call as a pre-interview. Where, you know, we get and we just discuss things about the fighter, things that I know about them. And so, you know, and I want them to be comfortable so they don't think that, you know, I'm going to ask them an off-the-wall question. Anything. We do a pre-interview so they can get to know me, because I think it makes the interviews go better, in my opinion. And, you know, I was chatting with Celine Haga. And, you know, I just started asking about her, and finally she just said, you know, Coach, what about this? You know, how about you? And so she asked me a question and I answered. And then she was like, really? And then she started asking me other questions. Now, I'm not going to tell you the whole length of what we talked about or what I told her about me, because I don't broadcast it, okay? But yeah, I've got things in life that, you know what? Yeah, I did some things. I did some terrible things, horrific. I did them. And we talked because, see, she had told me a lot of stuff that was happening. So we just started talking. And next thing you know, I got my interview stuff ready. And so she was like, well, Coach, I got to, you know, do X, Y, D. You know, we got to postpone the interview. We got to put it off. But then before she left, she said, Coach, she said, you need to do a blog. She said, you need to make a video about you, because she said, Coach, I need to be interviewing you. And that's what it turned out to be. Because I asked her a million questions. And then finally she started asking me a million questions. Oh, no, not a million, but she asked me a few. And then she said, you know, why don't I just interview you? I mean, she said it, Coach, you know, make a blog. Make a blog and tell people about the things, Coach. She said, you're interested, and just tell it, because she said a lot of people could benefit. They could benefit from hearing this story. She said they could. She said, I just did. You know, and it's weird that this woman, you know, she been going through hell and back. And I can't wait, you know, for her to get the time where we can talk, because she don't do a lot of interviews. She don't, and people have wanted to interview her before. I mean, they have, because she's an interesting person, but, you know, she's been going through hell and back. And, you know, I just got into mode. I got into encouragement mode. I can't help it. That's what I do. And so don't tell me that people don't need to be encouraged. Don't tell me. Because they do. They do need to be encouraged. Everybody need to be encouraged. I mean, people, you know, you got to see it. But if you got a problem, you ain't got to broadcast it. You ain't got to tell it all. But guess what? I know that your problem exists. Just know that I know. When you come on, you want to cuss people out, you know, you want to start hurling racial epithets at people. I know what it really is. I know exactly what it is. And you know what it is too. Let me tell you something right now. If you got problems going on in your house, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to encourage you right now for the next minute. If you got problems going on in your house, if you got things going on in your body, if you got other things in your life, your wife don't love you no more, your husband cheating on you, your kids don't love you, your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, they can't stand you. You don't have a relationship with them. You're sad and depressed. Let me tell you, my friend, there is hope. And you got to say it. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope for you that fights in the octagon, in the boxing ring. There's hope for you that's sitting behind the keyboard, trolling people because you ain't got nothing else better to do. There's hope for you. But my friend, you got to believe that there's hope, and hope is going to come to everybody that want it, because hope and God is no respecter of persons. And that, my friends, is just the way that is. I'm done. Subscribe to the Best Women's MMA platform on YouTube.